All right, everybody. Our next step is that we're going to learn how to stamp a picture onto our screen. There's a few steps we're going to have to learn to make the stamp tool. First step is just how do you get a picture from the internet into our drawing space. And then we're going to have to figure out how do we choose to either draw a stamp or choose to draw the line, because we probably don't want to do both at the same time. So we'll start off with just learning about the image function. I'll show you the image function. This is it right here. It's pretty straightforward. It's going to draw an image, and you put the URL of the image right here. This is where it's located. It's X and Y, and this is the, I bet you can guess, the width and height. And I think if you don't include these, it just uses the default size for the picture. So you just paste in the URL. How do you get the URL? Well, you go and do a little search for images and see what you can find, and then you can find the URL. So here's an example. I searched up Peppa Pig, and I took a look in the world of images, and I found a particular one I liked. I would look for color and choose transparent. I'm not on Google, but you could use Google to do that. And then I'll have transparent background. And so you want to pick something that is a picture you want to have drawn when you click the mouse. So I thought Peppa Pig was a great one. Maybe this program is going to be for little kid sketchbook program or something, which could be kind of fun. So just pick a picture. I'll pick this one, for example. And then in order to get the URL of this, I usually go view image, open image in new tab. I think will work out, something along those lines. And then you can copy the URL here. Oh no, that didn't actually work. Maybe I might click view image. Yeah, if I click view image, try to find a way like that. So you get the picture all on its own. Then I could copy this from whatever this website is and paste the URL into the image function. And then theoretically you can draw that picture. So I will jump back to my creative task. I believe this is the URL here. This is actually a different one. So you might have to search around for something that works for you. And then this is going to be the button right now. So I'm just going to get that set up. So let's just run it and see if it shows up. Yeah, there it is. Very tiny, but that was the point, was to make a little button that was that looks like Peppa Pig. Okay, so I'm going to call that, what did I call it? I called it something already. Maybe I haven't yet. So I'll just call it stamp button. And so that way I can refer to it later on when I click on it to make the stamp happen. Okay, so that's where you draw a picture. And of course, you'll probably want to use this function as well when you are drawing with the stamp. So later on when you're dragging the mouse, sort of right now we have ourselves, drawing lines and adding it to the canvas. So when we get going with the stamp, we actually want to draw an image and add that to the canvas. So that's not any different really than what we just did with the image. I'll just, I guess I'll copy and paste the image function, this here. And of course, when we do this, I'll just say new image equals this. It's very long, I apologize. It makes it kind of hard to see, but it's just the same thing. Image function, the URL is very long, but that's where it's finding the picture. This is the X and Y. So now I'm going to change it to be the mouse X and mouse Y. And then the width and height probably should be variable. It should depend on your plus and minus button. So using the brush radius should be relative to that. I'm just going to leave it blank right now. So I'm just going to draw just at its default size. So, but that'll be something for you to do, is to add in the ability to change the size of the stamp. So if I just run this right now, if I click and drag, oh yeah, it's very big. Peppa, you're so giant. So there it is. Notice it's drawing both though. And maybe just for fun, I will reduce the size here. Width equals 300. Height equals 300, something like that, just to get it on the screen. Yeah, there we go. There's Peppa. So I'm able to stamp Peppas on there. But yeah, we're drawing Peppas and we're drawing lines. Yeah, this is somehow not the way. This is not what we want to have happen. So we have to basically choose between these. Oh, I forgot to actually one step. Because we want to be able to undo eventually, we want to put in, canvas.add new image. But anyways, to get back to the point of like how we want to choose, basically we want to either do this one or we want to do that one. We don't want to do both of them. We want to be able to choose, and that's going to depend on what button we've pressed. If we've pressed the Peppa Pig button, we want to draw Peppa Pigs, and if we press a color button, you might want to make a pencil icon, so you click or a brush icon, so you click the brush. It sets it to be the line drawing. So how do we do that? Well, that's actually not so bad. What I'm going to do is make a variable, and that's going to be part of the brush. So I'm going to make, just like I made a custom property here, I'm going to make a tool property. And I'm going to use different numbers to represent what tool we're using. So maybe 1 is going to represent the line, and 2 will represent the stamp. So I can say something like this. I can say if brush.tool equals, don't forget to use the double equals in this situation, equals 1, then yeah, you do the line. And I'm not sure if I need to make this an else if, but I think I will. I'll say if brush.tool equals 2, then, do the picture. So if I run this right now, brush is 1, so I only draw the line. If I switch the tool to 2 and run it, then I only draw Peppa Pig. So the buttons, these buttons up here, are basically going to set. So you'll probably have a brush icon, and a Peppa icon. They're going to set the value of brush.tool to be 1 or 2. And if you have other stamps, you could have 3 and 4 and 5 and so on, and other tools even. So this is a great way to kind of control what the brush draws. All right, folks, there you go. That's the stamp tool. I hope you look forward to that. Don't forget to make the buttons work by assigning the brush tool variable, and also don't forget to make it so you can control the size of Peppa Pig by pressing the plus and minus. And then last but not least, you might want to also change the icon. So instead of seeing a brush, you see a Peppa Pig or something like that there. Okay, thanks everybody. Good luck with that.